Hey everybody, the Bong is here, ready to give you a brand new Let's Play, Nioh, for the Sony PlayStation 4. Now for anybody wondering what this game even is, think of it like a Dark Souls kind of game, but it was made by different people. Like it was made by Team Ninja with Omega 4's Koei Tecmo. You know, the same guys that were involved in the Dynasty Warriors series. But this is their take on a Dark Souls style game. And I did get this game for free many months ago, along with a whole bunch of other games, such as Dark Souls 3, Nier Automata, and the PlayStation 4 version of Skyrim. And I did spin a wheel, like, you know, my big wheel of backloggery that had over 80 plus games for what can be a future Let's Play. And the wheels stopped on this. A part of me was excited, but another part of me was scared, because I was thinking to myself, oh, I am really gonna shit the bed on this game, because, you know, I've watched a lot of people play Dark Souls, and Nioh, and Bloodborne, and Sekiro. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. And let me tell you, to have me play something like this, it's gonna be an arduous task, because I am not that great of picking my spots. But I did get in a few hours of practice on this game. Some people wanted me to go in as blind as humanly possible, but it was hard for me to, because A, I wanted to understand the general mechanics, and B, I was finding the game so addicting that I just wanted to keep playing, even if I just kept dying over a dozen times to the same boss. Now, I do not have any of the DLC for this game, but if this series is well received, who knows, I might actually get it. And it could be like part of its own series, the DLC will at least. I do know there is a Nioh 2 coming out as well, but I did not get a demo of the alpha demo, or a code of the alpha demo. But I would like to try that game out too in the future. It might come out late 2019, or it could be 2020. But for now, I got a lot of projects as is. Let's just get started, shall we? This will create new character data for a new game. Proceed? Yes. Yeah, you can only have like a one file going at a time, unless you're going with cloud saves. To the far east lies Zipangu, a land brimming with golden palaces and sparkling jewels. Kublai Khan, ruler of the Mongol Empire, sent a large army there, but the warriors of Zipangu used miraculous stones to put up a strong defense. The Travels of Marco Polo, Chapter 6, page 174 to 175. Must have wrote in really big text to have that cover 2 pages. Just 4 lines.
Amrita. Some call it a miraculous stone. The Philosopher's Stone.
Sorcerer's Stone in North America.
The Queen of England remains locked in combat. With Spain, the country where the sun never sets, for control of the entire world. Her forces weakening with every battle. The Queen and her inner circle turn to divination and alchemy, hiring pirates like us to find Amrita for them. With that power, they managed to defeat the invincible Spanish Armada. But now it seems they want to keep their methods a secret.
Alright, so this game takes place around the time of Queen Elizabeth I. So you're looking at, what, late 16th century, roughly? The Tower of London is an imposing fortress built by King William I in order to keep London safe. It has since gone on to be used as a prison for traitors and execution grounds for criminals. Londoners believe that if the many crows living within its walls were to abandon it, the tower would collapse and London itself would be destroyed. King William I. I could be ignorant of my history, but wasn't that William the Conqueror? Like late 11th century William the Conqueror? I will admit, when I started this game, I was really confused for a game that was mostly based in Japan, that right now I'm in London. But it will begin to make sense later.
It seems death won't stop chasing me.
Yep, April 1598. Okay, so it gives you your controls. You can move the left analog stick. You can move the camera with the right analog stick. Press the big button there. I forget what it's called. I think it's pause, even though it doesn't say pause. And that gets you into your menu. Please go to your system if you want to change any of your settings. That's entirely your choice. Online settings. Am I online right now? I think I'm online. Yeah, I am. I don't need a secret word. Go to your basic game settings. Yes, I definitely want subtitles on. And you can, like, change your displays if you really want to. Like, for instance, maybe you don't want numbers on your life display or your key. You can turn them off. There's your status over there. Of course, I'm like all 5s. Well, agility is pretty good, but that's because I'm not wearing any armor. Get your items, which of course I wouldn't have any because I'm a prisoner. And you can go to your equipment from there. Alright, so key, by the way, is your stamina. Like, you can hold X to dash. But if you run out of stamina, you can find yourself very vulnerable. This door seems to be locked. Well, it would be a very crappy prison if it wasn't. As you can see there, you can use a quick attack with square, and a strong attack is triangle. Yep, good to know they didn't hear that. Well, this guy does not suspect a thing.
I had the chance. Hey, what are you doing?
Oh, he suspected me. You can use the L1 button to guard. Just make sure you're not trying to attack him when you have no stamina. So pick your spots carefully. There, I just kicked him right in the face. So as you can see there, like, if you're guarding, you actually recover your keys slower. So keep that in mind. Just like holding L1 and pressing X allows you to backstep, but you can dodge forward and sideways if you're holding a certain direction. So you have to decide, like, if dodging is better for you, or guarding. And usually it depends on, like, how much key you actually lose upon blocking. Oh, so we did get our first weapon, by the way, the Bastard Sword. If you're not sure what each of the special effects are, you can just press the options button and it gives you a better explanation. Of course, attack does that. Chances of a break. Break, I guess, means like you have a greater chance of inflicting a guard break, which allows you to do more damage on a heavy attack. Attack power, the degree to which heart affects attack, the degree to which strength affects attack, which skill affects attack. of course, like, if you're leveling up those stats, that just determines, like, how much you expect to gain an attack if you level up that stat. Break affects how severely an enemy's guard is broken. Affects how much ki is lost when blocking an enemy attack. So if I block with this sword, I'm losing, what, 31 ki? Roughly. And rid of memories, of course, so you can have your tutorial options. You can also take a look at people, and even like a background story. Now I just gotta think about where we need to go next. There's something over here. Okay, we got another bastard sword, and we got some boots. Now, even though you're picking up the same weapon, and it could be the same level, they'll actually have different stats, or like different special effects. So, you know, choose wisely as to what you want to have. I would recommend just having like one weapon type, and then your second melee weapon could be a different weapon type altogether. Oh good, I can get some boots. I mean, I'm not wearing any shirts and stuff, but at least my feet will be well protected. That's all that matters to me. Okay, that was the original cell that I came from. At least this key is not one use.
I guess yourself is your only savior.
Sometimes when you're examining bodies, you'll get like a different story dialogue. And some of it can actually be hints as to like new stuff you can do. If you press R3 next to an enemy, you'll be able to lock onto them. And locking onto them is pretty good so you don't get hit from behind. Ooh, medicine. Okay, I'll definitely want to equip the medicine. Set it as a shortcut. I'll set it right here. If you press R2, you can cycle through different shortcut menus. So, at most, I can have 8 items actively equipped at a time. Which is okay, I guess. You just gotta make sure that you're selecting the right ones. Oh, there's another chest over here. Ooh, a coat. I should wear that now. There, and I actually have toughness, too. Toughness, of course, increases your resistance to opponents breaking through your guard. Therefore, you can, like, keep your key safe. You know, just by one extra notch. Right, I should be careful here in case an enemy could be sneaking up on me. If it's anything like Dark Souls, don't walk or run into certain areas unprepared. Because you never know who's going to creep up on you. In fact, there's this guy over here. Let me see if I can get him from behind. He saw me? Apparently he saw me. At least I'm doing a lot more damage since I have a weapon too. Okay, guarding is definitely something you'll want to do because this guy has a crossbow. He did not stand a chance. Alright, so far so good. I mean, this is the early part of the game, so you're less likely to screw up. So, count your blessings there. It's not going to be an easy ride for the rest of the game. See some guy there is practicing. Whoa! See, that one hit did over half my health. What? How did I miss my finishing attack? That was dumb. Also, keep in mind when you're into the menu, you're not actively paused. So make sure that you're doing this in an area where you're not going to be attacked. I did my finishing blow with triangle and I missed his body. What the hell? That guy looks like he got a spear. Is that him? Yeah, the same guy.
Huh?
Oh, for a moment there I thought he was just blind. Try not to button mash too much because your attacks are queued. So if I press like square like 3 times and I do nothing, it's gonna register as like 3 attacks. At least I got more medicine to make up for what I consumed. Oh, and I can wear some trousers now. It's always a good thing to put on in London. Some trousers. Just, you know, to protect your feet or protect your legs from blades and spears and stuff. Gotta keep your skin nice and healthy. Not to mention, it's pretty damp in here. Definitely don't want any of that nail fungus. It's gross. Okay, now I just cleaned my blade already. Not that blade on your sword would ever affect it negatively, but it's just for cleanliness. Oh, there's a shrine over there. Okay, so it doesn't do anything on its own now, but anytime I die, I'll end up restarting from that checkpoint rather than all the way back at the beginning. Wait a minute, I got another item to equip, do I? Put the stone over here. I can use that as a distraction. Like right now. That way I don't have to deal with 2 guys at once. That's right. You're an idiot. Why does this guy look like Joey Fatone? Anyways, I'll be taking that coat. Okay, this one has a little less toughness, but my defense goes up higher. So I will take it. Just remember that whatever has the best defense stat may not always be the right item or right piece of equipment. You have to base it like on the type of situation you're in. Oh, this one has quick attack break, and it also has parry. Okay, now anybody wondering what the hell familiarity is? When you get that maxed out, or at least up a bar, because, you know, like, certain qualities of equipment or rarity will determine how much familiarity you can level it up. Not only boost the attack power of that weapon, but also boost the special effects. And in the case of this right here, if this is a maxed out familiarity, I can do something else with it, but more on that later. Battle Axe is in yellow text because it's considered an uncommon item. If you ever want to switch to your weapons, hold R1 and press left and right on the D-pad so you can cycle through your weapons. And if I'm holding R1 and pressing up and down, I can cycle through my ranged weapons that I don't have yet. Now you might think like, oh, if I take a single hit praying at a shrine to recover all my HP is great, right? And not always. Just remember that if you're praying at a shrine, most enemies will come back. So if you're only using it just to like clear an area, just make sure that you got it all figured out for what enemies you gotta fight. I also picked up a runka, by the way, which is a spear. And I do like spears over axes, but let's try out the axe. Axes are slower, but they do more damage. If I don't like the axe, I might switch to the spear instead. Wait a minute, I came from this way. Didn't I? Yeah, I think I did. I think I'm supposed to go farther down. Yeah, because I saw the shrine when I came this way. Is this really it? Oh yeah, this is slightly different. Whoa! Okay, maybe it's not. I think I did turn myself around like an idiot. Yeah, because the hole in the wall is all busted up. I was supposed to go up. Why did I think otherwise? Never mind. At least you don't have to save after, or like go to a shrine every time you do something. Because it does autosave. Seems safe to me. Stacking up the medicine like nobody's business.
There's only a limited amount of Amrita we can extract from this country, Kelly.
Indeed, the pirates have served their purpose.
The death of the leader of Japan will spark a war, and a wonderful opportunity to acquire more Amrita.
Once tomorrow's execution takes place, we will get our hands on a compass that will lead us to that Amrita.
With enough Amrita, we could subdue Spain, perhaps even the world.
The day when England reigns supreme is near.
But our beloved queen thinks of Amrita as nothing more than gold or gemstones.
We must find them before our nation's rivals do.
Edward Kelly, you will go to Japan. It seems it would be to our advantage to keep the wars alive. We cannot gain Amrita if blood does not flow. Hey! Who are you?
Oh, whoa, wait a minute! I wasn't ready!
Such noise.
It has to do with a spear. He wouldn't shut up. That's okay. He learned his lesson. He's dead now. Oh, looks like it's sealed now. So much for being able to listen in anymore. Okay, looks like there's something behind here. Suppose I can bust up the boxes if I want to, but why? Got better gloves. Oh, allows me to get extra bare-handed attack damage. Which, why would I do that if I have an axe? And a sword. And if I want to, a spear. Let's look around. Don't think it's a good idea to drop down here. I'm not a cat. Oh, we got ourselves a hat. Finally, I'm all decked out. Hey there, governor! Look at my hat! Okay, I guess I'm not going down there. Alright, let's go downstairs. There's like a small element of stealth involved. Like at certain points, if you hit an enemy from behind, it'll do extra damage. And of course, you don't want to get yourself surrounded. The axe is really doing wonders in this part, at the very least. There's the door. Yeah, let's move that out of the way. Oh, it looks like we're back here. That's another common element in Dark Souls style games. Is like you have to go through like a little bit to make some progress, and you might find a shortcut that you can actually either open a door from behind or kick a ladder down, which means that the next time you die, you only just need to go through that, and you don't have to do like 5 minutes of progress ever again. Alright, I think this is a really good ending point for this first episode. So, I hope you all enjoy this project, and there will be more coming up. Well, at least that guy responded, but right next to a shrine, he can't really see me, now can he? Alright, see you later everyone, thank you so much for watching.